In the reptile community, we have all had our first reptile, whether it be a bearded dragon, a leopard gecko, a corn snake, or a ball python. If you're in the pet store right now and you're leaning towards that ball python, before you make that purchase, watch this video.
Hey, what's going on? Brian here. Thank you so much for your support, Derek. It means the world to me, and I think it's amazing that you are doing YouTube videos as well. Keep it going. Make sure to subscribe to Derek Reptile channel. Go show that some love and all that type of stuff because we need good content out there. Anyways.
Boy, Soldier Boy, y'all go check out the YouTube channel, Derek Reptiles, man. Derek's Reptiles. Go check it out on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button.
Back to go.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers.
The ball python is an amazing animal. There are millions of morphs, and it is a super fun creature if you have it in your collection. There are a million reasons why the ball python is a good pet, but I'm not going to get into that right now. We don't have time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
If you own the ball python, you have it in your collection, you enjoy your snake. There are millions of morphs when it comes to the ball python. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at some of those. When owning a reptile, there is levels to this. There is the beginner level, the intermediate level, and the advanced level. I haven't been in the reptile hobby for a long time, so I'm not going to go out and get a cobra. If I did, there will be no more videos on this channel because I would probably be dead. As a beginner, I don't recommend the ball python because most reptile owners that are just getting into the hobby are younger kids and they just have not done the research. You cannot get a ball python and just put them in the tank and that's it. The first thing you have to know is the humidity. You have to understand that ball pythons need 40 to 60% humidity. You have to understand that. And if you don't, there's a good chance that your ball python is not going to thrive. And not just knowing the humidity, you have to know how to maintain that humidity and have dedication. So you're going to have to spray your tank in the morning. You're going to have to spray your tank in the afternoon. You're going to have to spray your tank at night to keep that ball python's humidity at the right level. So that's the first reason that I don't recommend ball pythons as a beginner snake. The second reason is their temperature. You have to, as a beginner, you have to do your research and know the correct temperature and know how to maintain that. Do you need a heat mat? Do you need a heat lamp? There's so much that goes into owning a ball python that I just will not recommend it as a beginner snake. Second, ball pythons are going to stress you out. What do you mean, Derek? They're going to stress you out. Ball pythons are notoriously picky eaters. If anything is wrong in their cage, they can go off food for 6, 7, 8 months. Every time you put a rat in there, they're going to look at you like, what is that? You know, you have to do your research into your snake and actually know what your ball python wants. You know, they're like women. They're very picky. You have to know what your woman wants. Just like a ball python, you have to know what it wants. Some ball pythons what do you mean? They want frozen thawed. Some ball pythons want live prey. Some ball pythons want to eat their mouse in the dark. Some ball pythons want to eat their mouse when it's light. You know, you have to figure out what works best for your ball python and Being a 13, 14-year-old kid, you're just not going to do that. Also, I would not necessarily recommend a ball python. My favorite first snake to recommend are colubrids. I love corn snakes because they're so hardy. You can get stuff wrong with a corn snake and it's still going to thrive. If your temperature is wrong in a corn snake's tank, it's still going to thrive. If you don't get the humidity right in a corn snake's tank, it's still going to thrive. It's still going to eat for you. A corn snake is going to give you time to get stuff right. So if you're in that pet shop, ask yourself before you get that ball python, do you know the correct humidity? Do you know the correct temperature? Are you okay with that snake not eating for 7 or 8 months? Are you okay with wasting money on rats? Because believe me, I've been there. I've wasted so much money trying to feed a ball python, it was insane. But again, these are my experiences. So if you ask me, the ball python is not a good beginner snake. I would recommend a corn snake, a king snake. I would even recommend a rosy boa. These are all great choices when you're getting into the hobby. But if you've been in the hobby and you're at that intermediate level where you've been handling snakes for 15 or 20 years and you want to go get 50 ball pythons, be my guest because you know what you're doing. This video is more so for the beginner. So if you want my advice, put that ball python down. Get a corn snake, get a milk snake, get a king snake. This is Derek's Reptiles. I appreciate you for watching.